Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen if you are new, and today I'm going to be doing some Dollar Tree fall DIYs. These are really simple and easy. This is things I had pretty much left over that I wanted to use up before I was finished doing fall DIYs. Yes, this is the last fall brand new DIY video for 2020. So you guys, let's jump into it and see what I did. First DIY, I'm going to be using a wooden truck from the Dollar Tree in these Arteza acrylic markers. These are really fun to use because it is like you are painting but with a marker, so it's way easier. I loved this teal color and I haven't really done anything like this for fall, so I thought why not use it now. And then this is all I'm going to be doing for this whole entire thing is painting it with this teal, going in with some orange on the pumpkins, some brown on the back and the pumpkins, and then I ended up just doing the bottom, the wheels all black and silver. I thought I could make something rounded out. I don't know. The Dollar Tree trucks are not perfect. The wheels are very imperfect. I'm not sure why. Some of the circles are in the middle, some aren't, but it was kind of a pain, so I decided to go with black all the way around. You didn't see that because I changed my mind after this project was almost completely finished. Okay, so then once that was all painted, I went in with this Waverly Wax in Antique and just dry brush it just to give it a little bit of texture, just a little bit of oldness, rustiness. I like the way this looked way better with this antique wax than if I just left it plain. I'm using one of these wood canvases from Arteza. I absolutely love these. They're super fun to make with signs using some glue with just a glue stick. And then I am going to be taking some scrapbook paper I picked up at Hobby Lobby, which was only 4 for $1. It says it's always 4 for $1, so I think that is a great deal. And then I'm just going to be smoothing this out, and then Presley did help me with this one. And then I just take a rotary blade and cut the edges off that I don't need from the scrapbook paper. I used my silhouette. I actually purchased this little saying that says Farm Fresh Pumpkins, handpicked. I like to just buy mine. I totally probably could have made this and used my own font, but I just decided this was just way easier. Some of them are really inexpensive that I pick up off of the Silhouette Studio. They can be like from $1.24, sometimes 70 cents. It's such a good deal, so I just like things made already for me. Taking some hot glue, gluing the truck right to the sign, and that is all I did here. And this is such a simple, easy DIY. I love this one. Super fun to do too. I'll be using these wooden pumpkins. I picked up 3 of these. I actually picked up more, but I'm only going to be using 3 of them. I think these are kind of cool. I've never seen them, along with these welcome fall signs. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the pumpkins and I'm going to rip off the stems. No, it's not even the stem. Rip off the ribbon. Rip off the raffia. I always save that just in case I want to use it later on or with a different DIY, so I always keep those. Using the Waverly Wax in Antique, I'm just going to be painting around the edges. You don't really have to paint the insides or the middle parts, if that's what you want to call it. I just painted like the trim and the edges. And then I'm going to end up using scrapbook paper, so it didn't really matter. This was kind of tricky to use just because the glue that they used on this kind of sticks out so you can see some flaws in it. Scrapbook paper, once again, from Hobby Lobby. And I seen Nicole from The Week's Nest do this. She kind of just like made creases in her scrapbook paper so she could add it to this pumpkin. I thought, what a genius idea. So that's what I ended up doing, and it worked out really great. I was pretty impressed. You flip it over and you can see exactly where you have to cut, which is even better. Then I just took some glue with a glue stick and put the scrapbook paper on all 3 of the pumpkins. doesn't have to be perfect because I'm actually just using 2 of these for the back side of the pumpkins, so I have something to glue the pumpkins to because I wanted them to stand up. So bunch of hot glue, putting the pumpkins, oh my goodness, putting the signs on top of each other, waiting for that to dry, and then I am just going to be taking some hot glue and gluing the pumpkins together and then gluing them to the sign. My camera did die, or my battery did die on my camera, so I didn't show the full process of that. Well, it happens. But this is what it looks like when everything is glued together. Took this little harvest galvanized sign from Dollar Tree as well, and then just hot glued it right to the center of the middle pumpkin. I'm going to be adding back some bows. This one actually came from Hobby Lobby. I think it was an 8 or 10 pack. I've used them in several DIYs before this. And then I'm just putting the other raffia bows right back on where they belong. And like I said, save those because you never know. I do save all of them from every single pumpkin I have tore apart just in case. I thought that this needed just something extra, of course. So I'm just using some greenery. I've had this for years. I've used this in so many different DIYs, and I just cut it all up and add it when I need it. And then I'm just gluing it to the side pumpkins to give it some green and give it some, yeah, I think this is cute. I like it. This right here is just a wooden piece from Goodwill. It was $1.09. I just picked it up. I always like to pick up wooden pieces that I can paint. This is a free printable. I will link it in the description box below. Super cute. It's like a fall bucket list. I think that's super cool. This is Waverly chalk paint and plaster, and I'm just painting the whole entire wood piece plaster color because I can't find white. I do not want to make my own chalk paint. That seems like too much work for me. So I just like to use what I have, and this is what I have. This is what I'll use. Mod Podge, putting it on here so I can just Mod Podge the free printable right to this. I ended up having to cut around it so it would fit. That's why you can see the creases because I want to know exactly where to put it on here. Did mess up, had to pull it off, redo it, but what a cute free printable. If you don't have a wood piece like this, you can always use some sort of frame. And I'm using some of this, what is this called? Rope? It's not rope, it's tulle, or hold on, let me go back. Called mesh tube. Alright, it's called mesh tube. So I'm using some mesh tube, which looks like rope from Dollar Tree, and I just wrapped it around the edges. This is what it looks like when it is all done, and I think this is super, super cute. Little pumpkins came from Dollar General a while back. I actually pulled them out of my garage sale because I had a garage sale and I was going to get rid of these. And I'm like, no, not going to. I actually only used one of these pumpkins, painted it with the plaster color, Waverly Wax and Antique, dry brushing it to make it look distressed. This is just really cute. This was just super random. I actually wasn't even going to do this DIY, and then I came up with a completely different idea than what I planned on doing. I was going to add like chicken wire, and I really don't know what the plans were here, but if you have something similar to this, you could add chicken wire to the back. I decided to use a free printable, which I will also link in the description box. This one is cool. This is like a fall favorites, and it has some orange and some teal and some fun colors. Like I said, link will be in the description box below for this, but how stinking cute is that? And that's all I did here, was just glue a free printable to the back side of this pumpkin. That's it here. Is the same printable. Obviously you can see that. I'm using some foam board here, and then I'm also going to use some of those tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree. I had a few left over to make this project fit exactly the way I wanted. This is just another idea. I accidentally printed 2 of these in 2 different sizes. So I thought, why waste the free printable and why not make something of it? This probably could have been done way differently. Use a ruler, cut right, make it perfect. This ended up not being perfect, which I don't understand why. I thought I did everything right. But anyways, you can do Jenga blocks or tumbling tower blocks, Dollar Tree blocks, and make a cute little frame with this with some foam board. And this also turned out really, really cute. You could stain the wood pieces. I decided to leave it as is, and I love the way this one looks. One, you'll need one of these little boxes from Dollar Tree. This is a puzzle piece. I just kept it around because who knows why. Alright, so I did an extra step I really probably didn't have to do here, but I was just going to make a cute little sign and then I was going to put it in my 3-tier tray. Well, that's not what happens. So you're going to see that I'm going to take the box, cut it apart, and then I'm going to glue it to the little wooden puzzle piece. That is really all I was going to do, but I thought, you know what? This is going to be my last brand new fall DIY of 2020. This video, completely done. Everything else is going to get packed away. Save it for next year. So I was trying to use up whatever I could, so I felt like I wasn't wasting money. Took some hot glue, glued these together like I said, and then I took my rotary blade and cut the pieces off that I was not going to use and did not need. But I changed my mind with this, like I said, and I ended up taking this pumpkin. I painted this, had no intention of actually using this. I was going to throw it away. But like I said, I had to save it just in case. Put this piece on there so you could just take the truck box, put it on the pumpkin, call it good. You could actually add a candle in this if you wanted to, or one of those little like tea lights. Obviously not with real fire, with just the little electric ones or the little battery powered ones. Adding some boxwood greenery and then some of these pumpkin picks from the Dollar Tree, and that is it for this DIY. DIY, you'll need 3 of these little pumpkins. I already started tearing them apart and forgot to show you, but that is fine because I'm sure you guys have seen these in the Dollar Tree for the last 10 years. I was going to just rip the backs off, changed my mind, ripped one of them off because it was just kind of falling off, and I'm just going to use the back sides of these using the Waverly chalk paint and ink. I'm painting the bottoms of these black. Some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby and then traced out the pumpkins, cut them out, and then I'm using my wonderful, wonderful glue stick once again, and I'm just going to paste these right onto the pumpkins, paste the scrapbook paper right onto the pumpkins. If you didn't know what I was talking about, that's what I'm doing. Right here, I picked up some of these little vinyl decals, pre-cut ones from the Target dollar spot. They're $3 for 2 of them, so if you don't have a cutting machine, you could definitely use these. And then I just cut this out. It says fall is my favorite, and that is what I did. So I did fall is my favorite on the other pumpkin, and this was just really, really easy to do. And I'm using these bows from Hobby Lobby. I picked these up. These were under $2 for a bunch of them, and I've been using them so much. I love the little button on them, and you can even just get raffia bows or even make your own raffia bows, add a button. Yes, I know the middle one is falling apart. I don't even know why, because when I glued these, I noticed that it wasn't like that. I don't know what happened. Gravity, I suppose. You guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love if you consider sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine, but I get up.